Hey there, welcome back to KOH Show Live. It is Monday, May 20th, and we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So please make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and check out our website, kohshow.live. Now, we got a cool show lined up for you tonight. It's the Lansdale, Pennsylvania invasion. And so we have two acts tonight. Pieces of Mind up first, a brief intermission, and LMI on second. It's going to be awesome, and I think it's time to get into the fun. So, Pieces of My Mind, take it away.
Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nano-angstrom of those hundreds of miles, it would not equal one billionth of the hate I feel for you at this micro-instant. For you, hate.
I'm gonna paint a picture for you where the first brushstrokes take place back in 1996 when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash first made their way to World Championship Wrestling. They came with a warning. We are coming for you and leaving a fucking path of destruction in their wake. But during all of this, they kept saying, it's not over. There's more. There is another guy. But who is that other guy? As things ramped up, just to ramp back down at Pennsylvania, they showed up and they tore the fucking house down. Team WCW was not safe. It was sheer chaos. Lex Luger went down, and then all of a sudden, Macho Man Randy Savage is down too. And whose music hits? Hulk goddamn Hogan. The crowd roared. They saw him as the savior. They saw him as the man who would bring justice to the corrupt and broken world of World Championship Wrestling. But then what happened? As if the greatest tragedy in the world struck. Hulk Hogan came down and he hit the leg drop on Macho Man Randy Savage. And as he stood up and looked at the crowd, he etched 3 letters into wrestling history. NWO. Now, I know I did everything. I screwed some stuff up. But honestly, the point of this to get across is the fact that it's so much about the storytelling. So many people look at it as some enigma, but it's really all it comes down to is build up and hype. If I had to tie that with the 2 favorite of my personal favorites would be current mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. the Big Red Machine, a.k.a. Kane, and the man who single-handedly popularized deathmatch wrestling in these United States of America, Mick Foley. This man came in and tore asunder. He was bringing thumbtacks. He was bringing chairs. He even blew himself up in C4 to the king of the deathmatch in the pan. He was fat. He was weird. And for some reason, the world ate that shit up. And what's even fucking crazier about that shit? One day, WCW, after they were clearly losing the Monday Night Wars, decided one thing. We're gonna tell everybody that Mick Foley's gonna win the championship. This is what we're gonna say. We're gonna ruin this event. Because the truth is, who gives a shit anyway? But how fucking wrong were they? They gave a shit. They changed the channel in fucking droves. And when that happened, all of America looked upon to see Mick Foley, Mama Foley's baby boy, raise the belt high above his head and be the true hero for the first time ever, inspiring everyone that even if you have one ear, you can still be the big man on top. Another wrestler I really like I said earlier was the first wrestler to ever be the masked champion. Contrary to popular belief, Glenn Jacobs, Kane, current mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee. On top of that, if you look at his campaign slogan, he put a little flame in it for Kane. The fire guy, Either way, this motherfucker single-handedly had the best debut in all of wrestling history. For months, The Undertaker was told, "I know what happened to your brother Kane." They all looked in fear, not understanding what he was telling them. And then, one day, The Undertaker refused to do Paul Bearer's bidding anymore and decided, "I'm going. What are you gonna do? Kane's not real." And then, during the first Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, all of a fucking sudden, the lights go red. Organ music hits. Flames erupt from the ground as a man coming out, representing Michael Myers in a sense, to the ring and ripped the Hell in the Cell doors off the fucking hinges, and then looked his brother straight in the eye and tombstone pile drived him and left him a broken man in the middle of that fucking ring. See, when you talk to people about wrestling, it always boils down to a couple of things. Oh my God, it's fake. Oh my God, it's fake. Well, so is fucking football. I'll fucking tell you why football is fake. Because you don't have to be from the fucking town you're representing. And I think that's bullshit. You can just move there and all of a sudden be like, yeah, I'm the best of the best in Philadelphia. Bitch, you never lived here. That being fucking said, name one other sport in the world where you can come back at age like 50 and still turn heads. Do it. You can't, because it doesn't fucking exist.
Sue me, I'm colorful. Doesn't mean I belong in here making potholders with the wackos. Besides, what gives you the right to judge other people anyway?
The diploma. Judging people is pretty much the main benefit.
That and the license plates with MD on them. You can park almost anywhere.
And when you think about it, isn't that exactly the point? Parking. And driving, and shopping, and eating, and working. Somewhere, somehow, they all got chewed up and spit back out. They don't taste like living anymore. Don't you see what it's like in this deranged, wearing blender of a world? Every day is an agonizing ordeal. Like balancing a pot of scalding water on your head while people whip your legs and butt. You never forget your senior prom. You think I'm sick? Well, the only disease I've got is modern life. A schnut-busting gauntlet of inefficiency and misery that's one long parade of letdowns, put-downs, trickle-downs, shutouts, freeze-outs, sellouts, numbnuts, nick-and-puts, and nimrods.
Duckman can be used as a case study for Flanderization. Because when you look at the first couple episodes, even the first 2 seasons, it's some solid fucking shit. You're gonna get a lot out of it. When that shit first breaks the hell off, you're looking and you're like, where the hell are they trying to take this shit? And I'm gonna tell you something, they fucking take it somewhere. I mean, like, what an odd thing is that from the jump it's established that his wife is dead, so they go off that the whole time. It comes up in episodes quite frequently. And honestly, too, when you look at these characters, they're really good to start with. But like I said, yo, it gets worse. And it gets worse. Honestly, though, there's an episode I really like where Duckman finds love again after his wife is dead, and he talks to this operator chick who does like a phone call thingy, and then he's like, I love this woman. You have the voice of an angel. And then he meets up with her, and he's not attracted to her at all. But he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I love this woman. I don't fucking care. And then all of a sudden, his best friend Cornfed, who's a little kid, he comes up and is like, Duckman, I know what it's like dating an ugly person. It's a lot of dark rooms, blindfolded stuff. All of a sudden, you're going to raves where you can't see shit. Are you cool with that? And he's like, you know what? I am fucking cool with it. And then what happens? She gets embarrassed. It's like, you know what? I want to do some work done. I want to change. I want to be different. And so she gets surgery, and all of a sudden, there's a beauty, and everyone's paying attention to this woman, and Duckman's starting to feel a little insecure about it, because he's like, I'm not that fucking good. I'm not nearly as good as everything she could be doing. So, what he does is he's like, I'm gonna break up with you. I can't do this anymore. It's like, Duckman, please, I don't want you to leave me. I still love you. We can make this work. Why don't you come with me, and we'll meet up at the first place we had our date. And he blows her up. And the episode ends with him sitting there, and the phone rings, and they're like, Duckman, do you want to get that? And he's like, no, let it ring. Let it ring. And that shit hits so fucking hard. And then they fuck it up by bringing that woman back like another season and then she's just not likable anymore. I mean, I get it, you got like ghosted essentially, but like as far as storytelling and character arcs go, yo, let it fucking end. And what's nuts about this is a show I guarantee you nobody's heard of. Have you heard of it? Just give me a nod. You don't have to say yes. Have you heard of it? No, he hasn't. That being said, nobody's heard of this shit, and it got 79 fucking episodes. How fucking nuts? And you know who else did it? Klasky Chupo. The motherfuckers that did Rugrats and Real Monsters wrote that fucking show. Well, animated, since they wrote. Obviously, Jason Alexander was a big fucking get for it. But you know what? The thing about Duckman is go into it, know what you're getting, and the truth is, even occasionally, at the end of its lifespan, you will still get some banger fucking jokes and some bad ones too. Trust me, I'm a big fan of when the writers say, fuck you. I know you hate the joke, but I'm gonna keep writing it anyway. But that, you thrust your pelvis, you thrust your pelvis, you thrust your pelvis, joke gets so old, and I'm not even shitting you. They keep that in there all the way up until like the third to last episode. They still do that joke. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is if you watch Duckman, go into it expecting a solid 6.5.
You make me feel like dancing! I want to dance the night away!
What the hell are you two doing?
It's called rocking out. You wouldn't understand, Dad. You're not with it.
I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what I'm with isn't it, and what's it seems weird and scary to me. It'll happen to you.
No way, man. We're gonna keep on rocking forever. 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 Forever.
What can be said about a show like The Simpsons? I mean, the thing's got over 700 fucking episodes last time I checked. And what's even crazier about it is if you talk to anybody at any fucking point in time about this show, they'll tell you, it fell off 5 fucking years ago. And what I find so interesting about that is no matter what fucking happens, it still comes up. A lot of people will tell you that the first bad episode of this shit was The Principal and the Plopper, season 9. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even really think that show got bad until like after the movie. And I thought they still had some bangers in there. The funny thing is, I remember one of my favorite episodes being called A Trilogy of Errors, and one of my best friends shares his favorite episode, and it starts off where it's like, oh, what's Homer's day like? Oh, what's Bart's day like? Oh, what's Lisa's day like? And they do that format. And I loved it. I'd never seen another TV show do it, but I was also dumb and 9 years old. On top of that shit, I personally love asking everybody who their favorite Simpsons character is. Because occasionally you'll get a deep cut, but most of the time you'll get like 80 people being like, oh, Willie the groundskeeper. Yeah, no shit. You know, when you look at it, The Simpsons, I would rather have go on forever than Bob's Burgers. Unpopular opinion, fuck that show. They sing way too much. It was okay when it was a little bit, but then it became every single fucking episode, it's a musical. And I personally think the more musicals you write in TV, the less ideas you got cooking. Because you ever notice that's the one everybody skips. But on top of that, I would also like to say that if I could think of 2 Simpsons characters that represent me the most, it would be the Sea Captain and Bumblebee Man. Don't ask me why, I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is my favorite character is Sideshow fucking Bob. You know, the first time I ever toured with a band, I made a song from The Simpsons, the fucking anthem of that band. And it was when they went to go see the Planet of the Apes musical, and they're like, wow, look at this play. It's like, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr. Zayas. You know? And we fucking sang that shit every day for 2 fucking weeks. And the funniest thing, when we get off the plane, my guitarist comes up to me, nobody slapped me, he's like, dude, I had one line from Dr. Zayas stuck in my head the whole flight, and it was, I hate every ape I see from chimpan A to chimpanzee. And I'm like, that's a good line, dude. That's a good thing to have stuck in your fucking head. Yeah, but like, here's what I would do. In my opinion on how I would do The Simpsons from this day on. 3 paths need to be taken with it. 1, they need to get to 1,000 episodes in all of these scenarios. When they get to episode 1,000, time matters. Let the fucking characters age with all the other people watching the show. How fucking weird is it that originally Lisa was born in 1986 and now Homer Simpson was born in 1986? And make that shit make sense. It doesn't. That being said, let them get to 1,000, make time matter. I would love to be 35 years old with Bart. I don't know about you guys, but that'd be some sick shit in my opinion. The other thing, let them get to 1,000 episodes, stop forever. Except once a year, bring that shit back for a Treehouse of Horror and let that shit happen like that. I don't know why that's not the scenario. They can't do that. And I think everyone would respect the show more if that was the case. You could even make the episode an hour long. The third and final path I see going with this is you need to do the second movie. Because the first movie, in my opinion, was the best show that became a movie ever. Because it created a new and original plot that was welcoming to people who have never seen the show, but also wouldn't alienate an old fan base. On top of that, when that shit fucking happens, it'll be an event. I will dedicate 2 years of my life to watch every single episode of The Simpsons in succession, which will fucking happen when that shit ends. But the way this really needs to stop is Simpsons Movie 2. Simpsons Movie 2. Simpsons Movie 2.
Nymphomaniac telephone operators with the muscle control of Romanian mat slappers agree to a little strip air hockey. It'll be over before it starts, because some foul-lacking, feta-reeking cab jockey slams his checker up your hatchback, and the cab is owned by some pinata spanker from a Santeria cult in Wacalpa who starts shaking chicken bones at you and gives you a boil on your neck so big, all it needs is Michael Jordan's autograph to make it complete. And even with all this, I still drag my sorry butt off the ceiling every morning and stick my face in the reaping machine for 1 more day, knowing when it's time to flash the cosmic card key at those pearly gates, I won't be in the coffin anyway, because some underhanded undertaker sold my heart, pancreas, and other assorted good and plenty to that same Santeria cult. So does anybody really wonder why anybody is hanging on to sanity by the atoms on the tips of their fingernails while life dirty dances on their digits? And is it really any wonder that I seem deranged? But that's probably nothing you haven't heard 100 times before.
I think it's a tragedy that a good chunk of people, whenever they think about King of the Hill, it's always the same handful of episodes. As somebody who has seen every episode of the show at least twice, I can tell you that the show is 100% about the relationships between all the characters. Now, don't get me wrong. I know to a degree that's every fucking show. But this one felt different somehow. In my head, this is different. And I'll tell you, my personal favorite character in the show has my personal favorite relationship in the show, and it's Cotton and Bobby. Cotton is a piece of shit, but I think he is the funniest fucking character. I think it's so fucking funny and mean, he never calls Hank's wife Peggy. He always says Hank's wife. He's like, ain't you gonna eat your waffle, Hank's wife? And you know what's nuts about it? He has the best relationship with Bobby. I will tell you why. In the episode An Officer and a Gentle Boy from, I think, season 6, if I had to guess. Nah, it was 7. Take it back, it was 7. Season 7, An Officer and a Gentle Boy. Cotton decides, you know what? Let's whip Bobby into fucking shape. They send that boy to military school, and they run the fucking gauntlet on his ass. They go through everything. But then he realizes, hey, the military school's a lot softer than I remember it being. So Cotton takes over, and it becomes a fucking awful place to be. All of a sudden, he's like, Bobby, rake every fucking leaf on this ground with this fork. And he fucks with him. He's like, all right, you're hungry? So he makes him continuously eat food. And he's like, I got him, he's gonna puke. And he unbuttons his pants and keeps going. He's like, that's it, stop it! He takes him, and he makes him sit on a fucking block of ice. And then the ice melts to an easy boy. And he's like, what? My body's built for cold climates. He's like, that's it. Fuck this shit. Fuck you, I'm done. You're going in the hole. So he throws Bobby in the hole. For 3 days, that boy sat in the dark, alone, with nothing but his thoughts. And Hank finds out. And he's like, I don't fucking think so. You took my boy, my fucking seed, and threw him in the hole. As he races down to go let Bobby out, he meets up with Cotton and he's like, Cotton, let Bobby out of there right now. He's like, I was fixing to do it. And he opens the door. It's quiet. Everyone stares at the potential horror of what might bestow the boy they knew. And then he comes out, and he's just fucking Bobby. He's fine. He's doing the same shit. And Cotton's like, I don't get it. I was merciless. I couldn't stop him. He was like, haha, see? I told you it wasn't easy with Bobby. Because the thing is, Bobby's a lot like mush. But maybe mush ain't too bad. Because with mush, you can't break it down, but you can't build it up. It's just mush. I said, yeah, it is mush, isn't it? Yeah, damn, I'd like to see that boy in World War II. We would have driven him crazy. And they go to Bobby, and he's like, Bobby, I don't get it. How did you do the hole? And he's like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I started to go a little crazy in there. But then I saw some graffiti that kept me going. And the camera zooms in, and what do you see? Cotton Hill, Bobby 3. And if you can't tell me that's a way of strength transcending generations in their own way, then you're a fucking liar. Another series of relationships of the show I like, of course, are Hank, Bill, Dale, and Boomhauer, because those motherfuckers have been friends since kindergarten, and it's special, and I fucking love it. My personal favorite episode expressing this relationship had to be after Hank's dad dies. They look at each other and he's like, well, I want my ashes flushed down the toilet. It's like, all right, let's make it fucking happen. So they go to General George S. Patton's toilet to flush the ash. God damn it, I'm sick of this. My dad was a fucking jerk. I came on this adventure to try to learn more about him, but I didn't learn anything about him at all. I give up. I fucking give up, guys. And you know what? His friends come together and they're like, you know, Hank, I'm sorry. So Bill starts a war debate in an army bar to cause a big fight, and then all of a sudden, everybody's fighting. He looks there and he looks at the toilet he's about to flush, and he looks on the wall, and he sees all the army buddies Cotton served with, and he's like, wow, you know what? Guys, I didn't learn that much about my dad on this trip, but I did learn that he was not alone in those fields. There were still like the pieces of mind. I don't know. It was messed up. I promise there's proof too.
Play it back. Well, I apologize. I did not mean to do that.
I really don't care, but I was like, I'm going to fit this in.
So, where did you come up with this concept?
So, I can't actually take credit for the idea at all, to be completely honest. I was going to a show with LMI. I've been friends with those guys like my whole life pretty much at this point. And we were going to a show, and my buddy said something about Sin City 2 being underrated. No, not underrated. He said Sin City 2 sucked. And I'm like, that's not fucking fair to say that. The movie had a cast that at the lowest rank was like a D-list actor. It was...
And so these monologues, I mean, you do them like kind of like word for word every time, like they're all memorized?
I have... It's kind of like... I know I'm going to the store, so I gotta leave the house, and I know I gotta have like an opening that's always gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I have ending cues for my live member to come in and essentially like be able to play the samples up while I set up the bass to loop 3 riffs that honestly don't go together, and then just the whole fucking thing. So,
right on, right on. Now, when we caught up before this, you had said something about there's even a bit of lore behind kind of like the samples that you use, sort of.
So fun. Some of them, like the whole idea from the jump was I wanted to put samples in it. So my first EP is only on Bandcamp for free because I use like 2 samples that would get me in trouble. One's from that Duckman show, and the other is that EP is called Hulk Hogan on Joe Rogan, and I find it no coincidence that the day I wrote that song, 3 months later, he was on there for the first time ever. So I'm like, take that. I predicted the fucking future. But that song is a soundbite in the beginning from the actual court case he did about suing Gawker or whatever. I don't know the exact details of it, but in that court case, the guy's like, let me ask you a question. So when you sit in this courtroom today and you say that the length of your penis is 10 inches, and he's like, well, it's not mine. I was talking about Hulk Hogan, the character. And he's like, are you serious? And he's like, yeah, because Terry Bolleo's penis isn't 10 inches like you're trying to say. And I just thought that was like ludicrous that that's now in like law, like court documents now that it's on the record. So that's where that sample came from. I took like another one because that Duckman show has this like fucking stupid joke that never fucking ends. I hate it, but again, I'm glad they make me hate it. So where it's like you thrust your pelvis, ooh, and I just like looped that a couple of times with it, and then I have another one from a podcast, and the last one is in that the King of the Hill song is called Peggy Hill on the Pill, and that one at the very end it does that monologue where Boomhauer's like, he's like, you guys ever think about death? He's like, I'll tell you what, man, the meaning of life, it's like this, and he just like goes on a tangent, but you can't understand him. So then at the end, he's like, yeah, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it? So it's kind of where I had the idea. I did an EP for a friend of mine's independent movie, so that one I can use the sample for, which is just the trailer of the film. The next thing I'm doing, I'm moving completely away from that, so I can put shit on Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever been booked and you come out and the crowd just doesn't know what to expect and everyone's a little flabbergasted?
I think from the minute that they don't see any instruments is when I'm kind of looked at funny. The reason the first EP is called TV Talk, A Proof of Concept, is because when I was doing this and asking, like, people were like, what are you doing exactly? I'm like, it's going to be harsh noise with me talking about my TV and film opinions. Like, what is that? So that's why it's a proof of concept. Eventually I'm going to do a sequel, TV Talk 2, A Proof of Execution, because I've already did it. So a lot of times I've only had one person tell me they don't like this. And it's the guy who records me. Shout out to Sam. But he was the only one to be like, I could not get through that EP. Most of the time, people typically, not trying to like toot my own, people like it. I've not really heard too many bad things, especially from like normies who like listen to like Lumineers and shit. They still like it.
That's awesome. You know what? The other day, I was actually singing Dr. Zayas out loud. Like
that's so nuts.
Like within the past week, like literally.
So that's really funny. That's one of the best things that ever happened on that show, because every time that monkey starts like breakdancing is when I fucking lose it. Cause like they do the first thing because it's Rock Me Amadeus. That's the parody of it.
Yep.
They go into it, and then by the second time they do like the Dr. Zay, like one of them just gets down and does this like whole breakdancing routine. It's ridiculous. So it hands down one of my favorite scenes in that show.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Pieces of My Mind. Stick around. We got LMI up after a brief intermission. And we'll see you then. KOH Show Live.
here?
Yeah, she's got it.
Oh, you got it.
Right behind you, stupid.
I was laughing. He was.
Oh, no, you're
It
right.
reminded me of that thing. to the liquor store yesterday. Bought a brand new pair of shoes. This is not enough for you to hear me say. You're too dumb for me to use. Does it fit well in my hand? Or does it fit well in yours? I don't understand the question. So let's get the
Welcome back to KOH Show Live. We bring you part 2 of the Lansdale invasion. LMI, bring it down.
For the devil's generation This next song is called Tuning. It's about being stabbed in the neck with an icicle.
What are you guys tuning to?
C.
There we go.
We tuned to drop D2, but not tonight.
Thank
we got 2 songs left. This next song's a single off our new album. It's called Dead Channel Thirst. It came out like last week. You should check it out if you haven't already. But here it is right now.
Don't
was something else. So you got a new record coming out in June called Failed to Feel It.
Yep.
And you can already pre-order it on Bandcamp. And I understand it's going to be a country album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a ballad, country ballads, the whole thing.
Right on, right on. So what? How many tracks in it, and what's new about it compared to some of your other work? You know.
It's 9 songs. It's way better than all other albums, I think. But
Recency biased.
yeah, it's gonna be on CD, cassette, and vinyl as well. So that's new, all 3 formats.
That's cool. Now, I was on your Bandcamp earlier today, and I was looking at it, and even some of your other records, and all the album art is really freaking cool. So how does that come together?
Usually I have like an idea, and I'll find like an artist I like, and then I'll just hit him up and do a really crappy sketch and be like, hey, do you want to do this but make it look really cool? And usually they're into it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever had to tell an artist, you're like, nah, dude, you're out.
Sort of, but it wasn't me who had to do it, so. But I guess, I don't know. They still ended up being kind of part of it anyways, but it wasn't. I never told them straight up, just like, nah, this sucks. Never mind. Or anything like that.
And now you guys, in July, I think you have like a tour coming up or something, right?
Yeah, we're going on tour in July. We're doing Canada and the New England, stuff like that.
Canada?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, we played Canada a couple times.
Okay. Do you still have to show them your proof of your COVID vaccine?
We didn't need that last time, did we?
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're touring with what, Constrained?
Yeah, we're touring with a band called Constrain. And in Canada, and then our friends Vulture Peak, who we did a split with in some of New England.
Cool. And how long are you going to be away then on the road?
It's 10 shows. Yeah.
10 shows?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gone on the road before?
Yeah. We've been touring for a little while.
Okay. What are the tips and tricks, you know, for like other bands who are thinking about going on the road? Like what do they need to know to get it done right and to survive and have their bellies full and all that?
I don't know. Be willing to be very stressed out and having to find a show last minute when your show gets canceled and you're in some random ass town.
Right on.
I guess bring water, lots of water. Can you think of anything, Brando? Yeah, that's it.
That's
water, and be prepared for your
All right.
shows to get canceled.
You heard it here first. Well, thank you guys so much. That was badass. And so special thanks. Pieces of My Mind, LMI. Awesome show. Glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And we'll see you all next week. This is KOH Show Live.
Sometimes I can't afford my daily dose. I'm waking up on top of skyscrapers looking for monsters. Coast to coast, I'm sweating in my dreams, but I smile when you call my name. Playing spades, smoking cigars, when a big old lizard comes spitting up in the air. I'm sweating in my dreams, but I smile when you call my name. Wait for me, I guess I'm running in place. Doors are moving, rearranging right in front of my face. So well, yeah. Sometimes I can't afford my daily dose, so I'm waking up on top of skyscrapers looking for monsters coast to coast. I'm sweating in my dreams and in reality, but I smile when you call my name. I guess I'm running in place. Doors are moving, rearranging right in front of my face. So well, yeah. Sometimes I can't afford my daily dose. So I'm waking up on top of skyscrapers looking for monsters coast to coast. I'm sweating in my dreams, but I smile when you call my name. All sweat, yeah. Think you're always there for me. Yeah, giddy up. Sick.